Welcome back at 6:38. As of this week, all newborn babies must undergo mandated screenings for congenital heart defects before they leave the hospital. This really could save a lot of lives. Joining us this morning is Dr. William Scott from Children's Medical Center, who's also a spokesman for the American Heart Association. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
So it is now law. This new legislation went into effect yesterday and basically requiring all babies to undergo this heart testing before they leave the hospital. Is this something most hospitals were already doing, and why is this a big deal?
Many hospitals were doing it already because it was recognized several years ago that it was an important screening test. So it's important because a lot of the babies look as if they're completely normal, and then suddenly the changes occur that cause them to get very sick very quickly.
Yeah, congenital heart defects, a #1 killer for infants with birth defects. Yet this is often missed in just a normal exam, not something that's easy to catch.
Right. The test detects minor changes in the oxygen level in the blood, and you can't see those.
Right. So exactly what is this test that's going to be done on all newborns then? Explain it.
So it's called a pulse oximeter. It has it's almost like putting a little Band-Aid on the foot. Some light goes through the skin and it's measured on the other side, and they can measure how much oxygen is in the blood. And we know what normal is. It should be pretty high, over 95%. If it's lower, then that could be a sign that there's heart disease. It also could indicate lung disease or an infection, but it warns you that you need to do some other testing.
Okay. Why do you think this was just put into effect?
I think people realized that a lot of babies were showing up who seemed to be healthy, who then came back very, very ill. And then studies done all over the world showed that if you did something like this, you could detect it earlier, and it doesn't change the fact that they have the heart problem.
Right.
But it allows you to deal with it sooner when they're in a healthier state.
Good point. Good point. If I had my child was at the hospital, there were so many tests that were done. I have no idea if this test was done on my child or not. As a mother, as a parent, is that something you can ask a pediatrician now to go back and do, or and then there's also babies that aren't born in hospitals that are born at home.
Right, it could be done in a pediatrician's office. The recommendation is that you use a medical grade pulse oximeter. These things can be purchased at other places. It may not be the same quality, but most physicians' offices should have a medical grade one. And it's a very easy test to do. It only takes a few minutes.
Other states have passed similar laws, and it seems to really be saving some lives.
Sure, more than half the states in the country have already enacted these laws.
Okay, so now it's our turn.
Yes.
Nice to see that we're taking a step forward, right?
It's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for being here.
Sure,
we appreciate it. And you'll find a link to the American Heart Association on our website, myfoxdfw.com.